Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and we are playing Fortune and Glory. And we've played the Nazis, we've played the mob. Now it's time for us to play the last vile organization, the Order of the Crimson Hand. First, let's notice our board here. We'll get into Crimson Hand rules in just a minute. But notice our board. We're going to have a Crimson Hand Dark Sanctuary placed in the southwest. Okay. We have the Gauntlet of Lost Souls. It's over here in New Zealand. 6 fortune, 4 dangers. We have the Hammer of the Ancient, 6 fortune, 3 dangers, right over here in Australia. We have the Sword of the Damned in Scandinavia, 5 fortune, 3 dangers, and has a curse. After completing each danger here, roll a die 6 on a roll of 1, 2, or 3, take a wound. And we have the Heart of the Pale Moon, 4 fortune, 2 dangers, and that one's in Scandinavia. I'm sorry, the Sword of the Damned is in the Forbidden Islands. Our characters here, we're going to be playing with Alexander Cartwright. He's the reclusive novelist. He starts in Rio de Janeiro, so let's put him there. He is resourceful. When drawing an event card, may draw 2 and choose 1 to keep, discard the other. May always exert to add extra adventure dice to a test, even if not in a cliffhanger. He comes with a combat of 3, 2 cunning, 4 agility, 4 lore, 6 wounds, and 1 defense. And his personal mission: recover an artifact with 5 dangers or more, and the reward is 4 fortune. Then we have Grant Jackson. He's a soldier of fortune here. And he starts in Cape Town, so we'll put him there. He starts the game with a gear card, and we got the elephant gun. You may ignore the enemy's defense, plus 3 combat. That's a great gear card to start out with. And he has a combat of 4, agility 3, 2 cunning, 3 lore, wound 6, defense 1. And his personal mission is recover a myth artifact. Reward from now on, gain plus 2 adventure dice on all tests while at a myth adventure. And our last hero here is Dr. Zhukov, the Russian mad scientist guy. And he starts over there in Moscow, so we'll put him over here in Moscow. Only hits in a fight on the rolls of 5 and 6 instead of 4, 5, or 6. Well, that sucks. Scientist adds plus 2 adventure dice to any tech or puzzle test. We'll have to remember that. I'll tend to forget that. Escape plan may always use cunning when testing to escape a fight or a collapsing temple. And as you see, his cunning is 5, his combat is 4, agility 2, lore 2, 6 wounds, 1 defense. And his personal mission card is taking care of business, defeat a mob enemy in combat, and he gets 1 fortune for that. But now the moment you've all been really waiting for is some of the Crimson Hand. And first, let's go over some of the Crimson Hand villains. We have the Inquisitor here. And this is his card. He has a search of 5, a combat of 3. Gains plus 1 combat for each wound he has taken because he's a fanatic. And then we have Angelica Hamilton. I guess she's everything but angelic. And here's her card. Search of 4, combat of 4. Queen of the silver screen, huh? Vindicative. Heroes in her space treat all tests as deadly tests. Yeesh. 4 wounds, 1 defense. And this guy has 8 wounds and no defense. And they come with 8 Crimson Hand figures. And the way the Crimson Hand plays is you know how the mob went to a city, the Nazis went to a location. Well, the Crimson Hand guys go to an artifact, and they go to the lowest artifact. So let's say one with the lowest danger. So let's say this one would go to the Heart of the Pale Moon. Well, every round that he is on there, he gets 1 successful danger passed. So on this one, after 2 turns, when he has 2 successful dangers passed, then on the 3rd turn, unless he is stopped somehow or a hero gets this, he gets to take this treasure and give it to one of the villains. And then he goes back into the pool here. So not only will you have the villains out there trying to get treasure, but you have Crimson Hand on the treasures. and they go according to the lowest dangers. So if a villain is on a danger, then every turn that villain's going to get extra success if he's like going after the one with the lowest dangers. But they can do it on their own without having the villain there. And they have some special rules here for the Crimson Hand, and they gain, if for every artifact they gain, for each type of artifact they gain like a little bonus. And then they keep your friends close. Once per turn, each hero in a city may buy one ally for 2 less glory than normal. Okay. The Order of the Crimson Hand has a pool of 8 Crimson Adventures. They are placed on artifacts over the course of the game by Dark Sanctuary outposts as well by various cards. Okay. And the reason that they have this keep your friends close thing, once per turn, each hero in the city may buy one ally for 2 less glory than normal, is because the Order's influence. Anytime you roll on the tactics chart below, also roll a die 6 for every ally in play. On the roll of 4, 5, or 6, the ally resists the Order's influence. On a roll of 1, 2, or 3, place an influence token on the ally and roll for them again. Any influence tokens gained remain on the ally, and they are -1 loyalty for every token on them. If the ally's loyalty ever reaches 0, immediately discard them, and the controlling hero must lose die 3 fortune. So, you know, and we have these tokens, you know, they're these little tokens here. So, you know, that's why they let you buy all these allies in the hope that they'll end up betraying you. And their tactics chart is, you know, place a dark sanctuary in a random location, you know. And because for every dark sanctuary that's in there on the villain phase, you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you roll a die. If you get a 4, 5, or 6, you put a Crimson Hand Alcoyote on one of these things. So if you have 4 freaking dark sanctuaries on the board, that's every turn you're going to have to possibly roll for 4 of them getting out there. And that'll kill you real quick. So the Crimson Hand is pretty freaking powerful. I mean, they're a very powerful group to play against. They're probably the hardest of the Nazis or the mob. And, you know, they have Awakening a Dark Power. Every hero must immediately fight a dark creature enemy outside their normal turn sequence. Draw a random villain, become an additional active villain. Okay, so that's what they have. So you can attack a dark sanctuary though, but you know that's pretty hard. So as you can see, the Crimson Hand are nothing to joke around with. So let's begin our game. Alright, we're going to start with Alexander Cartwright, and he's going to roll. And he rolls a 6. Let's see where we'll take him here. We'll go 2, 3, 4, and he goes here to the Sword of the Damned. And Grant Jackson, he rolls a 4, 1, 2, 4. So he'll be here in the sea. And then we have Dr. Zukov. He rolls a 3, 1, 2. So he goes here to Scandinavia and is going to try to get that. So let's start with Alexander Cartwright. And his danger is Shadowy Castle. And he has to do a lore and cunning or fight the Order of the Crimson Hand. And that's what he's going to do. We're going to do lore and cunning. Now he has a lore of 4, so we'll start with that one. And he got it. He got 2 6s. Okay, so now we just have to do the cunning test, and his cunning is 2. That's not that good. So let's see what he's going to do. Well, he got it. He got that. So we got 4 glory and 1 danger passed. So we'll put a success on there. But after completing each danger here, you got to roll a die 6. On a roll of 1, 2, or 3, take a wound. So let's see what happens here. And he does have to take a wound. Okay. So we'll put that there. And we'll take 4 glory. And we'll put it right here. And he will go on. And this is an airplane chase. Ooh, agility 6+, huh? Well, he has a 4 agility. So maybe we might get maybe we might get lucky. Come on, get lucky. And he got it. That's 6 right there. So he won that one. Okay, now let's roll for the curse. Damn it. He has to take another wound. But he gets 3 glory for that. Okay. And the last danger. If he can get this one, we got our start all right. Ugh, stowaway on a U-boat. He has to do cunning and agility. Ugh. All right. All right, we'll start with agility first because he has 4 for that one. All we need is a 1-5. And we got it. This was it right here. So we got that. Now agility. That was agility. Now we need our cunning, and he has 2 for the cunning. Come on. And he got a 6. So he beat that one. So there we go. We got to roll for our wound. He does not gain a wound on that one. He now gets the Sword of the Damned. It's worth 5. Which is pretty good. And we're off to a good start. Let's see. Well, I only had 3 dangers. Okay. So we got that. Now, Grant here is going to roll to see if he can do anything. And no. Okay. And now it's Dr. Zukov's turn, and he's going to be going after the Heart of the Pale Moon, and it has 2 dangers. So let's start with here. Nightclub rendezvous. Nightclub rendezvous. Well, I'm supposed to get 3 glory for that. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Put these 2 here, and 5, so it's 10. Alright, so he has cunning, a 5, and he has to get a 6. And he did not get it. So he goes into a cliffhanger. Alright, and that's our hero's turn. Now, before we do anything, let's draw the villain card. And this is rolls once on the Vile Organization's tactics chart. Move the villain track 1 step forward. Well, that's terrible. So we'll move that 1 step forward. And we will roll on the tactics chart. And we roll a 3. And that is going to be a new Dark Sanctuary. Yeesh. It's not what we wanted. So we got to put a new one in the bayou. Yeesh. Okay. Alright, now we have our outpost. Alright, and we're going to roll first for this. We're going to roll these 2 and hope we don't get a 4, 5, or 6. And we got a 6 and a 4. So we have to put these on the least amount of dangers. So that would be the helmet, the Heart of the Pale Moon, and the Hammer of the Ancients. Okay. And now our first villain will go. And this is the Inquisitor. And he's going to go to the one with the most. And he has 2 with 6. So he's going to go to the Hammer of the Ancients with this guy here. That way he can help him out. And now it is our turn. So, that's Alexander Cartwright here. He rolls a 2. And 1, 2. And he goes to Cape Town. It's a dock city, so we will have a dock adventure there as well. Let's do Grant. He gets a 5, and he's going here to the Hammer of the Ancients. Or should I try to go to the Gauntlet of the Lost Souls? Well, it's only got 3 tests. Maybe I can get it. Okay, and Zukov is up there. We'll roll for movement. He rolled a 1, so he does get an event card. Play to force a test. Just be entirely rerolled. This may be used. Okay. Alright. So it's our turn. And we start off with Alexander. And he's going to have a city encounter. Where's my city card? Oh, here we go. And this is followed by Nazis. Cunning. His cunning is 2. And there's no escape. Alright, let's do cunning of 2. He failed, but he does get to exert. That's 1, 2, 3, 6. Wow. So he just failed that test. And if he does walk out, so he has to fight a Nazi enemy's card. He gains +2 fight dice. Alright. What a horrible card. And we have a flamethrower here. And it has a fight dice at 7. Jeez. Alright, so our guy goes. Alright, we hit him twice. Oh, he escaped. He can try to escape that. We've got 1 5. And that's a fail there. So Alexander Cartwright had a shitty day in the damn city. And he's knocked out. So let's see how much he loses here. He loses 3 glory. And does he lose his artifact? 6. Okay, so that's okay. Okay, and next turn, we rolled a 6, so we don't have to lose that sword of damn. But next turn, you know, he's got to wait until next turn to do that, to sell it. Alright, so Grant's here at the yellow, the Hammer of the Ancients, and he's going to go for his first test. And this is Gambling Den. Choose a number between 1 and 6 and roll die equal to your cunning. Well, I have 2 cunning. If any dice rolled your number, the danger is passed. If not, the test is failed and goes to the cliffhanger. Yee. 3? Shoot, didn't get it. So that one's going to go to a cliffhanger. Okay, and now Dr. Zukov here, and he's over at the cliffhanger. Draw an enemy's card. Use your defense 0 for this fight. So he draws an enemy's card, and this is Hired Goons. And he has a combat of 4. They have combat of 5, but he has a cunning of 5. He might can escape. So let's do that. If I can get 2 5s in one thing. Shoot. Not. Let's exert. No. 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 Okay, got it. So he exerted 3 wounds. Put that there. But he did do this. And he did pass his test. So let's do 1 here. Okay. And this thing has 2 successes, so we're going to press on. And this is Deadly Assassin. Agility or cunning. Well, he has a good cunning of 5. We got 2 6s. And we needed 2 6s. So he beat that. Gets 5 glory. And we have beaten that. Taken that Crimson Hand guy off of there. And we get the Heart of the Pale Moon. And that's good. Okay. We're going to end our first round here. And we will come back and play part 2.